Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to the channel. And if it is your first time here, my name is G.P.G, and today we are back at the project that we're building for one of our clients here in Ghana. Like normally, most of the project that we do on this channel belongs to people from the diaspora, Ghanaians living outside of the country. But this particular project is for someone who lives and work here in Ghana, and it is apartments. It's 8 apartments. I think it's 2 bedrooms, and yeah. So we are at the decking stage where we have a full on site, starting with the carpentry work. So if you're also building your project and you need a good carpenter to build, to help with your project, you can always call Ifo to come and help, check on your project for you. He did my project, also my decking for me, and most of the project that you see here on the channel, Ifo is the carpenter that we are using for this project. One plus about using Ifo is that Ifo used to be a carpenter that manufacture wardrobe, kitchen, bed, and those kind of furnitures. That was his work. So when it comes to gauging and with measurement and finishing, Ifo is the best. Trust me, because that was what he was doing. But during the COVID time, the market went low, and we were still building. So then he came to join the team, and since then he doesn't want to go back because yeah, we have a lot of work, and he really likes what we're doing because of the teamwork. We always plan, and that's one thing about Gigo Production Group. It is not only about the service that we give out to the client, but it's also with the teammates, how they feel when they're at work, because that gives them the joy to to exhibit their skills and talent. So if you need a carpenter, Ifo is the guy I will recommend to you, strongly recommend to you, with decking and also with roofing. We also have another carpenter who is Ata J, and he also does a lot with when it comes to container cladding and that kind of stuff. So if you need a carpenter, just let me know. So fast forward, iron rods are on site, so the team is going to get themselves ready to start burning and start installing the iron rods. I think I'll say in the past few 4 weeks now, which is almost a month, we've been doing a lot of steel works. Actually, construction is all about steel works, because that is like the skeleton. I mean, the bones, which holds the body of the house. So you really need people who understand, the steel works to be able to, weave and hold the structure in place for you. So we have the iron rods on site. The guys will come and start doing their thing. We we are casting just half of the project. When it's done, we take the wood to the next phase, to the next side, and then we're going to cast it as we've been doing in all of our project that you've been seeing here. So you see the guys are also fast. They've already installing the beams. So the things you see hanging there are the beams, which we call the lentil beams because they are going on top of the blocks directly. So they are the lentil beams, and they are just putting everything in place. Later they will drop it down, which you're going to see as we progress. So if you have a project, and you need, just a carpenter, a steel bender, to just come and help, just for a few days to come and just help your guys to get things done, you can always get in touch with these guys and they will be there to be of help. I know most people already have their masons already, but when it comes to steel bending, you really need, people that really understand what they are doing, because that holds the whole structure in case of any emergency or any shakes. The steel, that is where the work of the steel bending comes in. So if you need any assistance, you can always call on the guys and they will be there to be of help to you. So this is the point that I'm going to ask with a humble request for those who haven't subscribed to the channel and they've been coming here for some time now. I think it is about time to subscribe to the channel. If you've been watching my videos, then I think if my notification pops on your YouTube, then it's something that you're going to watch. Even if not at that moment, it's going to be later. So you can also support us. You can support by subscribing to the channel and liking our videos. If you like anything, you can always, just hit the thumbs up or comment down there. So please, if you haven't, I think this is the time to do so. So back to today's video. As you can see, they've dropped all the beams, the one which was hanging previously. They've dropped everything down, so it is hidden in between the woods, and those are the lentil beams. And the one you see on top of the woods are the hidden beams or secret beams. That's what some people will call it. So let's look at today's structure we're putting up, which is apartment. And I always do express and talk about if you are 20, you are in your 20s, going to your 30s, and you want to build something, you should focus on investment, which is apartment, than building a mansion. And just look at this. This is like 8 apartments. Just imagine you live in one and then you rent the rest of the 7 out, meaning every month for 7 months, let's say you rent the first apartment for client A who is paying 1 year in advance in January. The second will be in February, and so on till the 7th month, meaning every month you are cashing out a whole year income. So let's say if the whole month is like 10,000, that means that every single month for 7 months you are taking 10,000, which can be an input into a new investment. So let's say the first year you can use that money to even buy a land, 2 plots of land. The following year you can start with a foundation with that same money, and you are not paying any rent. You are not paying any rent to anybody, so you don't have to put so much into rent. So your work can cater for you, for your living, and then their investment will go all the way to build that mansion that you want to build. Because most people, I think if you are in your 20s, you don't really want to go and live in Ghana now, or you don't, like you are starting life for new. So even if you should build that mansion today, in the next 10 years or 20 years, that mansion won't be, in that kind of fancy anymore. So there will be new design, there will be new style. And I think during that time, your friends are building their mansion and they are building more designs, and you will also like to go with that trend. If you are building around Dowenya, Pram Pram, Chopoli, Tema, Dawa, Community 25, and also maybe Gulf City, Afienya. If you have a land at these locations and you really want to build a house, you really need a good team. I think Gigo Production Group, I would say it is a must. I know I shouldn't use this word, but trust me, I have worked with these guys. They've built my house for me, and trust me, the help you will get from these guys, it's not about the help of, like, let's say financing your project for you, or I don't know, but these people have built and lived in this area their whole life. They know everybody, especially with Mr. Kwete. He knows everybody. He knows everybody. So these are some of the advantage when it comes to land guards, and when you have an issue problems on site. These are the people that will be there to help you. The contractor, the guys that we are using to work are guys that live in the area. So your protection is also something that we think of. So if you live in this community or you have a land in this area, consider using the Gigo Production Group, and you will experience what I'm talking about.
You can see my crew. Yeah. You know this man, our chief is that. The chief himself.
Chief Papa Mepa.
Yeah. You're back again. You're working at boom. From there. Boom. You have started our laying bars. Today before we tied our beams, and today we have come to lay our lacing bars. So as you are seeing, this is called a lacing bar, and you have done for today. Tomorrow will be the tightening day. So this is how the whole show is. Yeah. It's a big floor. Yeah, it's a big floor. Not all that big, but somehow it's not an easy thing. Bend the rebar, it's not an easy thing. This is called a U-bar. The rebar, as you can see. This is a laying. You can see the floor. You can see the whole floor, the whole show. Maybe by tomorrow or tomorrow next, we'll be done with the tightening and everything. Yeah. So as you can see, this is Papani, the boss himself.
So the work is progressing, and with a good strategy, it makes it easy for both the client and also the workers to do their thing. So as you can see, they've already weaved a lot, and they only have to tighten it, keep the distance between the bars, which also helps, with the sound, so that you don't hear sound when someone is working underneath. And the beams also helps with that. That's prevent the shocking and the vibration, like I said earlier on. So you could see, even though it is not done yet, but you could see a very nice job done. Yeah, how the guys have laid everything. In my next episode, they will be done with the whole work, and then you'll see the intervals between the iron, the bars and the top bars, and whatever they've put there. You'll see how neat, the work looks. Sometimes, just the appearance of the work tells you how solid, the thing looks like. And I have this experience with my pram project. The guys did a very good job, and when everybody is passing by, the person says, wow, this house is huge, this house is like heavy. They could feel the weight when they come close to the house. Like sometimes when you see a house standing, you can easily tell this house doesn't have strength. You can tell it by just seeing it from afar, or even getting closer to it. If someone walks inside of the house and you're outside, you could hear the person. Well, I think that's not really a solid, you know, thing to do. With this recent earthquakes and stuff, and the earth traumas happening in Ghana as well, we should really consider putting in iron rods and making sure we are taking the necessary procedures. When we are doing the metal works, it's very important.
So tomorrow we start a tightening. So when we tie everything, you see everything clear. See everything clear. This is called a secret beam, a hidden beam, to prevent the vibration. Yeah. It also helps the main beams, to avoid vibration.
So the staircase area still needs to be weaved. So I think that will be in my next episode. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly please do so that you don't mix, in my next episode. If you want to see more about this project, how we started with the foundation and also to the block laying till this stage, you can go to my playlist called the Boom Project. Then you can check it out. You can also check on my other projects which we've done. I've named them. You can just check them out and learn one or two things. So thanks for staying with me again. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and share the videos as always. and I'll see you in my next episode. Let's get to it.